Warning: drinking and waxing has known side effects. You may experience dinged corners, scratched surfaces, poor judgment on centering, eBay purchases your significant other doesn't know about, eBay purchases your significant other told you absolutely not on, outbursts directed at grading companies, retail remorse, etc. Drinking can lead to waxing, and waxing can lead to drinking. Please drink and wax responsibly.
Hide your drinks, hide your cards. They're ripping everything out here. It's a drunk wax era.
Welcome back to Drunk Wax Era. Please like and subscribe, and drink and wax responsibly. Alright, so, you guys have been waiting for it. I've got an HGA Reveal. I did get some cards back, and I apologize, but I'm not going to be able to get them all in one video. And not going to lie, tactically speaking, it's probably better to do them in a few anyway. And that is, since it should probably be slightly entertaining as well, I've found that I'm more entertaining if it's not a whole lot. And besides, I only brought enough beer for about 4 cards. So, we've got the Thirsty Dog today. So, if you're capable of getting Thirsty Dog, they have a bunch of different types. Today's the Blood Orange IPA, and it is delicious. Anyway, you guys know I love Shaq, and I'd like to think Shaq loves me. Shaq, do you love me? You bet he does. Alright, no dress on this one. So, well, this is really awkward. I swear. I checked to make sure that fit before I started. So we're just going to hold it. We got a 9 in corners, 8.5 on surface, 9.5 on both edges and centering. So something that I mentioned was that we, I sent in quite a few. I'm not going to lie, in this last group that I sent, I was not very happy. There were several, and I should say I wasn't very happy with the surface grade on about 7 cards where I cannot see anything wrong with them. They have embossing, similar to this card. Now this card, the surface grade makes sense because as you can see, there's a small little indent right here. But some of the other Shaqs that I sent were actually finest from late 90s, early 2000s. I actually took the finest film off before I sent them. So I know that the surface was perfect. And I know sometimes it leaves film. So, I looked at the cards over again. I had wiped them off. There was nothing on them. And they're still not in the thing. So not quite sure what that deal was. But overall, 9 mint turned into a chatty Cathy with this one. But we'll move him out of the way. A little more out of the way. We got another Shaq. This is the Apparitions. It is not the Refractor. But it was one I thought was in really good shape. So 9 on corners, 9.5 edges, 8.5 on surface, and 8 on centering. So I don't doubt that centering's off. If you look at the back, that A5 seems like it probably should have been centered over here a little bit better. But overall, 8.5, not a bad score for actually a really cool looking card. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think when you look at these. I'm trying to keep these back far enough to not blur. Which I guess you get to see more of my hands, which if you watched my Topps Heritage, you know that I prefer not to show so much hands. Alright, looking at this next one. This one's pretty. I'm still looking to see if there's any surface issues. But you got this Michael Jordan Topps Finest. You got a mint. 9 on corners and centering, 9.5 on edges and surface, Or I'm sorry, 9.5 on edges and 8.5 on surface. This was a card match, so I have like a bronzish color over here. Kind of a the red for the numbers on the jersey over here, black as well. So if you look, the back's pretty as well. If this is your first video of mine or your first time seeing an HGA slab, right there's where it actually has HGA in the mold. I did, kind of want to bring this up because I saw yet another person on Twitter say something about HGA doesn't use AI and blah, 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 and they even say so. But no one's ever produced information that says that they say so, that they never used it. And I don't know what all the hate is on it, other than I noticed that guy also complains that he doesn't get into the lottery. Remember, if you like and subscribe on my YouTube channel, I'm sure the HGA gods will help you out with letting you win the lottery every now and then. But anyway, this guy said that they took all information of using software to grade their cards off their website. And I went on their website, and the first thing it said was, "We've incorporated software to help us grade cards." So I don't know what the hell he was talking about. But if you guys have any information, let me know. It sounded more like he was just sour. And please, we'll just cover this right now. This hobby is not a place for babies. Don't be a baby about it. Things happen. This is definitely an adult game, but that we all got into as children. So just remember, if you're an adult now, act like one. I mean, we cry about not grading cards, and I just ruined this. Came out too early. But we cry about not being able to get cards graded, and kids can't even buy them at the stores without spending a ridiculous amount of money or waiting in line. So the kids have a point of where they can cry. We can't. Or we don't have a point. So I was really happy with this one. But also I sent... This card is near perfect. 9 on centering, 9.5 on edges, corners, and surface. So this is a gem mint. And anyone that watches HGA Reveals knows that a gem mint is legit. Like, a gem mint where the numbers weren't accidentally added from, or, the scores weren't accidentally added from another card, would and should always get a PSA 10. So this card has a funny story. So I did put this up as like a teaser on Instagram. But the big thing, the funny thing about this is I bought a blaster box of Fleer 0809 and this Upper Deck 2009 back in 2011 when I first got back into collecting cards, which was Shaq, and he was the big one, but the first card I actually bought was for my dad because his cousin pitched in the majors, so I bought the rookie card from back then. And then it started this whole mess, and the first boxes I bought, I pulled this card, so it was a $20 box. This card's probably a $1,400 card if it was a PSA 10. And those of you that know how strict the grading is from HGA, I honestly would pay more for a HGA gem mint, but it is me. I'm not everybody, but you can see the sharpness of the card. See, I'm getting better at this focus thing, even with the drinking. So I want to thank everyone that sent me feedback and was nice enough not to put it out on the public end, but also don't feel bad about putting it on the public end either. Trying to make these worthwhile. And those of you that like down voting just because you don't like HGA, just know that you're never going to get your cards in. You have to like and subscribe. I think I was pretty clear about that. So don't downvote them just for whatever. And then, like I said, with the Surface concerns, I will keep you guys posted and let you know how that goes. See how they decide to fix it. I have graded a lot of cards with HGA so far, and very few issues. With as many cards as I've graded, and how quick the turnaround was, I don't know that I have any huge complaints. And their customer service has been good up until this point. So we'll see how this goes, since I just got these back, and the ones that I had questions on, I sent messages about. Remember, please like and subscribe. Drinking wax responsibly. I shouldn't have made words that sounded so close together, like my what I was going to use as like a tagline, because this is really rough when you're drinking. Again, any number of words can be a tongue twister if you drink enough. All right, I'll see you on the next one.